Welcome back to Make Car Go. If you're new here, our mission is simple. We want to keep your car on the road and out of the repair shop. Did you know that the average DIY mechanic saves about $1,200 a year by doing their own maintenance? It's the best way to ensure your car hits that 200,000-mile mark. But there is a dark side. I've spent over 2 decades in the shop, and I've seen simple $50 oil changes turn into $5,000 engine replacements because of one tiny avoidable mistake. Mechanics don't laugh because we're mean. We laugh because the fix was often more destructive than the original problem. We call it the DIY tax. It's what you pay when you try to save $20 but end up breaking a specialized sensor. We're stripping a thread in an aluminum engine block. Today, I'm breaking down the top 10 DIY car fails that keep repair shops in business. I'm going to show you exactly where people go wrong, why it destroys your car's longevity, and most importantly, I'm giving you the Make Car Go survival guide for every single one. Before we get into number 10, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We are trying to help 100,000 drivers stay safe and save money this year, and we want you in the crew. Let's get to work. Number 10. Ignoring the owner's manual. The most common mistake starts before you even pick up a wrench. Most DIYers think they know better than the engineers who built the car. They use standard 10W30 oil because that's what their dad used, or they guess at tire pressures. The mechanical truth. Modern engines are built with incredibly tight tolerances. If your manual calls for 0W20 and you put in a heavier oil, that oil won't flow fast enough to lubricate the overhead cams during a cold start. You are literally grinding metal on metal for the first 30 seconds of every drive. The survival guide. Your manual isn't a suggestion, it's a blueprint. Following the exact oil viscosity and spark plug gap, specs can improve your fuel economy by up to 3%. The fix. Keep a digital PDF of your manual on your phone. Before you buy a single part, verify the spec code. If the oil doesn't meet the specific manufacturer's certification, don't put it in your engine. Number 9. Skipping the scan tool, the parts cannon. When a check engine light comes on, the average DIYer starts the parts cannon. They buy a new gas cap, then an O2 sensor, then a mass airflow sensor, hoping one of them works. The mechanical truth. Guessing is the most expensive way to fix a car. You might replace a perfectly good $150 sensor when the real problem was a $2 vacuum hose. The survival guide. Buy a basic OBD2 scan tool. Even a $30 Bluetooth dongle can tell you the fuel trim data. If your car is running lean, it's sucking too much air, which kills your MPG and can melt your catalytic converter over time. The fix. Always scan for codes before buying parts. If you see a code for a sensor, don't just replace the sensor. Check the wiring and the hoses connected to it first. Number 8. Poor battery handling and live electrical work. People think a car battery is just 12 volts, so it's harmless. They swap alternators or starters without disconnecting the cables. The mechanical truth. One slip of a wrench that touches the frame while you're on a live wire can send a surge through the electrical system. This can fry the engine control unit, ECU, a $1,500 component that controls everything from your fuel injection to your transmission shifts. The survival guide. Always disconnect the negative, black cable first. This breaks the circuit to the chassis. The fix. When you take the cable off, wrap it in a dry rag or a rubber glove so it can't accidentally spring back and touch the terminal. This simple step protects your car's sensitive brain from a fatal short circuit. Number 7. Using the kitchen cabinet, dish soap and cleaners. I see people using dish soap to degrease engine parts or even cleaning spark plugs with water, and soap to save $5 on a new set. The mechanical truth. Dish soap is designed to strip grease, but it also strips the protective anti-corrosion coatings off metal parts. If you wash a spark plug or an unpainted iron part with soap and water, you are inviting micro rust. Once that rust starts, the part will seize into the engine block. The survival guide. Only use electronic contact cleaner or dedicated brake parts cleaner for engine components. These chemicals evaporate completely and leave no residue. The fix. If you're cleaning a gasket surface, use a plastic scraper, never metal, to avoid gouging the aluminum. A flat surface is the only way to ensure a leak-free seal that protects your oil pressure. If you've ever been tempted to use dish soap on your car, hit that like button. We've all been there, but now we know better. Number 6. Changing spark plugs in a hot engine. You get home from work and decide to do a quick tune-up while the engine is still warm. It seems easier because the parts aren't stuck, right? The mechanical truth. Most modern cars have aluminum cylinder heads. Aluminum expands significantly when hot. If you try to torque a steel spark plug into a hot, expanded aluminum head, you risk stripping the threads. If those threads pull out, you're looking at a $2,000 time cert repair or a total head replacement. The survival guide. Only change spark plugs on a stone-cold engine. Let it sit for at least 4 hours. The fix. Use a tiny amount of anti-seize lubricant on the threads. This ensures that next time you change them, they won't gall the aluminum. Properly gapped, fresh plugs can boost your fuel economy by 2 to 5%. Number 5. The double gasket oil filter fail. This is the king of DIY fails. You spin off the old oil filter, spin on the new one, and start the car. 5 minutes later, your oil light is on and your engine is knocking. The mechanical truth. Sometimes the rubber O-ring gasket from the old filter stays stuck to the engine block. If you put the new filter on top of it, you have double gaskets. Under pressure, this seal will fail, spraying all 5 quarts of oil onto the road in seconds. The survival guide. Always check the ring. When the old filter comes off, look at it. If the rubber ring isn't on the filter, it's on the engine. The fix. Take a clean rag, wipe the mounting surface on the engine until it's shiny, and then pre-lube the new filter's gasket with a drop of fresh oil. This ensures a perfect high-pressure seal that maintains your oil pressure for the next 5,000 miles. Number 4. Guesstimating. Torque, the 3 squeaks. People think tight is tight. They use a big breaker bar on lug nuts or an oil drain plug until it squeaks 3 times. The mechanical truth. Over-tightening an oil drain plug will crack the oil pan, a $400 mistake. Over-tightening lug nuts can stretch the metal studs until they snap off while you're driving. Under-tightening is even worse. It leads to parts falling off. The survival guide. Buy a torque wrench. It is the single most important tool in your kit. Every bolt on your car has a torque spec in foot-pounds. The fix. For lug nuts, usually 80 to 100 foot-pounds is the sweet spot. Using the correct torque ensures that your wheels stay on and your brake rotors don't warp from uneven pressure, giving you a much smoother driving experience. Number 3. Mixing generic fluids. Your power steering is low or your transmission needs a top off. You go to the store and buy universal fluid because the bottle says it works for all makes and models. The mechanical truth. There is no such thing as universal fluid. Honda transmissions need friction modifiers that are completely different from a Ford or a BMW. Using the wrong fluid will cause the clutches to slip, generating heat that cooks the transmission from the inside out. The survival guide. Only use the OEM specified fluid. If your car calls for Dexron 6, don't use Dexron 3. If it calls for Toyota World Standard, buy it from the dealer. The fix. If you accidentally put in the wrong fluid, don't drive it. Drain it and flush it immediately. Saving $10 on generic fluid isn't worth a $3,500 transmission rebuild. Number 2. Jacking at the wrong points. You see a solid-looking piece of metal under the car and put the jack there. The mechanical truth. Modern cars use unibody construction. If you jack up the car on a floorboard or a suspension control arm, you can bend the frame, crush a fuel line, or cause the jack to slip and drop the car on you. The survival guide? Only use the pinch welds or the designated frame rails. The fix. Once the car is up, never work on it without jack stands. A hydraulic jack is just a set of rubber seals holding up 3,000 pounds. If one seal leaks, the car drops instantly. Always give the car a shake test while it's on the stands before you crawl under it. We want to keep you safe and keep your car running. If you haven't already, join the Make Car Go family by hitting that subscribe button. We drop new survival guides every single week to keep your wallet fat and your car happy. Number 1. Reusing one-time use parts. You're doing a brake job or an engine repair, and you see a bolt or a gasket that looks fine. You decide to clean it and put it back in. The mechanical truth. Many critical bolts on modern cars are torque to yield, TTY. These are designed to stretch permanently when tightened to provide a perfect seal. If you reuse them, they are already stretched and weakened. They will either snap or vibrate loose. The same goes for crush washers on your oil plug. The survival guide. If a repair manual says replace bolt, replace the bolt. It's a $5 part protecting a $5,000 engine. The fix. Always buy a new crush washer for your oil drain plug every time you change your oil. It costs 50 cents and prevents that mystery drip on your driveway that slowly drains your engine's lifeblood. You've now seen the 10 biggest DIY fails that keep repair shops busy. By avoiding these DIY taxes, you are doing more than just saving money. You are ensuring your car's longevity, protecting that expensive transmission, and keeping your MPG exactly where it should be. But look, avoiding repair mistakes is one thing. Surviving the seasons is another. We are heading into the coldest months of the year, and let me tell you, winter is the ultimate stress test for your car. What might be a minor DIY fail in the summer becomes a life-threatening situation when the temperature hits 0 and your car won't start in a blizzard. Most people think winter prep is just putting in some anti-freeze, but there are 15 critical winter preparation steps that most drivers overlook. From the secret way to stop your door locks from freezing shut, to the one fluid you must change before the first frost or risk a cracked engine block. You don't want to find out your DIY skills weren't enough when you're stranded in a snowbank. I've put together the ultimate winter survival guide right here on Make Car Go to make sure your car is bulletproof when the ice hits. Click this video right here to see how to prepare your car for winter like a pro, and let's make sure you stay warm and on the road. I'll see you over there.